Speaking of hentai, you know what's in hentai? Boys.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
It's weeby time, baby.
Mark Crombo Weebs. My name is Cole. His name is Mike. His name is Jay. We like anime, and this is episode. Oh no! What episode is this?
113.
113 of the Anime Protagonist podcast. It's been a while since I did that. This week is the third annual Weebies, ladies and gentlemen. You voted. We nominated. It's time to present the awards, and then we can finally say goodbye to 2023 and hello to the new year. But of course, before we get into the awards, I just kind of want to discuss 2023. You know, like we've been talking about it for the last months or so, but maybe there was like some other stuff that we haven't really highlighted. I wanted to maybe make some nominations that weren't addressed in the yearly reviews, like anime movie, maybe game of the year. We talk about games a little bit.
Checks out.
Yeah.
So was before we do that, was there any like extra things that you guys liked this year? Anything that wasn't really related to anime that we couldn't really nominate, but
so there were a couple. I really liked if we're just going like movies, I really liked John Wick Chapter 4. Really good movie.
Now where did you see that?
I saw that while I was on vacation for New Year's.
If
Very
we're talking about
your father made you watch all of them.
Yeah.
So Jay, I'm going to show you this little franchise. You might have heard of it.
Did that come
John
out this year
Wick.
though?
Chapter 4
4
did,
I think did, yeah.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone says it's the best one too, which is kind of crazy.
It is really good.
Not often a chapter 4 is the best chapter.
Yeah, usually 4 is where the well starts running
Drying up.
dry. Yeah.
The one thing that we didn't nominate that I'd like to discuss, like we don't have a category for it, but I know the Crunchyroll Awards do, is Best Seiyu. And I kind of have like, this is going to be crazy. First of all, I'm going to talk about a Japanese Seiyu.
Oh my goodness.
And it's going to take you guys by surprise because I don't know his name, but it's the guy who does Nanami from Jujutsu Kaisen. What's that guy's name?
I don't know his name either, but I've talked about him before.
He's everywhere this year. This is his year for sure. He had such a glow up. I know he was always good, but like this has been his year for sure.
Oh,
what the hell's his name?
He was in Hanako-kun as well.
Yes, he was my boy, my Suchi Gomori. Best voice actress, Japanese.
He's on my list of favorites. Hold on. Kenjiro Tsuda. Yeah.
Yes, that's it. This was his year for sure, in my opinion.
Oh God. Yeah. No, yeah. I echo that. He's kind of on everybody's list now. And I love like there's memes with him in it now.
Yeah.
Because his voice is just awesome.
Oh, he killed it. Like, and he said Okaiba for goodness sake.
Oh yeah, he said Okaiba.
I didn't know he said Okaiba. He's Chisaki from My Hero Academia.
Yeah,
he's got a record, man.
I mean, he's one of those actors where he just does the same voice. It's just his voice, but it works.
I watched a compilation of his roles or whatever on TikTok, and it was just basically like the exact same character every time. But man, is it good?
Yeah.
What else do you guys want to highlight though?
Well, I mean, just going off of like general movies, we didn't really talk about it, but Oppenheimer was
fantastic.
Yeah, fantastic movie. I finally
probably movie of the year, I would say, pretty easily.
I hope. I mean, at this point, is the Oscars out yet? I think it should be movie of the year, but not anime movie of the year.
Yeah, and then the one that people always bring up when you bring up Oppenheimer is its counterpart, Barbie. I thought Barbie was fantastic as well. I don't know if you guys ever saw it. To be honest,
I still haven't seen Barbie. I'm not like one of those people who have like gone out of their way not to see it. I just haven't.
Yeah, I think it probably gets a bad rap for either being a Barbie movie or kind of its political leanings. But I think it transcends anything that could possibly upset people, and it's just like a fun movie with a good message. It's great. They did a great job.
I agree.
Yeah.
Hold on. I think I've made a horrible mistake.
Oh,
I
wouldn't be
do
the
that
last
every
time.
morning when I wake up.
Yeah, yeah. Open your eyes. Horrible mistake.
Yeah. What have
Yeah.
I done? What have I done?
have you
No,
done?
I've just the order of the awards. I've fooled
Oh, you're
We've
myself.
still
been
looking through the
bamboozled
awards.
here.
I've bamboozled myself.
I'm quickly pulling up my Annie list to look at movies. So
I have
It's
a
okay.
couple
I
of
got it.
I have a couple of
Yeah.
anime I've seen that like kind of didn't really get the flowers from our
Algernon.
awards. So
Mhm.
um one that I watched, and I think I talked about it briefly in a previous episode, but I really like Sugar Apple Fairy Tale.
Oh yeah.
Just like a nice shoujo fantasy romp that like it's probably not the best show from the year. So I wouldn't say like, oh, it should have been nominated, but like it was a lot of fun.
I feel like there's a lot of shows like when we do our seasonal awards that just like I have a hard time giving them awards, but I wish I could.
Mm-hmm.
And that sounds like one of those shows for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think like if we had a show that was like most fun or something, then it would probably be in the running for that.
I thought I made that a category. I thought I suggested that as a category for. We'll talk about that off air.
Yeah.
We've got some new categories coming up this year, and
we're working on making things
we're
better for you.
We're trying to do things that they're things.
I was trying to subtly tease things, guys. You don't need to.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
You should know me better. I'm not subtle.
Continue your subtle hinting.
Yes,
please.
But yeah, I mean that show was fun, and then also a show that I didn't talk about for anime of the season back in spring, The Dangers in My Heart, which I know has a huge following.
That show kind of took off this year a little bit. Like it's way bigger than I gave it any credit for.
I'm happy for it though, because I think it is a good show, and I think that people are noticing that.
I should really check it out because like when it first came out, all I remember hearing was that like the main character is like your school shooter type, and it kind of turned me off a little bit. But it seems like just from the hype it's getting, it seems like it maybe is worth checking out despite my preconceived notions.
Yeah, the show kind of drops that like school shooter vibe pretty quickly.
Okay,
I think it's similar to like Nagatoro, where it's like you gotta push past that like initial discomfort.
Why are these shows, these like romance shows with the like I don't know what you call the actual genre, but it's like waifu. There's like a waifu for the show, and the whole show is kind of based on them. But they always have to like start off kind of rough.
Well, the comparison between the two isn't very fair because like they're not comparable, but they have a similar like rough opening, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean, Jay?
They're more intense, right?
Yeah. The opening is not very indicative of like the overall show or manga.
I think like a lot of people compare it to like the teasing, like they call it like the teasing genre, which like I understand, but at the same time, like Dangers in My Heart, no one really teases.
No,
anyone.
that's I wouldn't say that they're comparable. They're only comparable in the sense that they both have like off-putting starts.
Yeah,
I'd say.
Yeah.
But let's say do you guys have a movie of the year, like an anime movie of the year?
I'd actually pull up like a list of movies because the thing this is the reason why we can't put movie of the year in our actual like awards.
So there's like
it's because like there's a couple, but like the movie comes out. For example, probably my movie of the year, Suzume, came out in 2022 technically, right? But we don't get it until I think it was like April 2023 or something like that. So which one do you go by, right?
Yeah,
I would say
it's messy.
I would say it counts for this year. If you
I think,
wanna...
I think like the thing for me is like there are so few movies that come out over here. Whether or not it's like same time as Japan or not, that like we get maybe 1 or 2 nominations. And that's about it. Like I think the 3 of us probably each have our own movie, but like
I'm curious if you guys do, because like
I do.
Okay.
I definitely, it wasn't even hard for me. The Boy and the Heron.
Yeah, that'd be my second choice.
Yeah. I figured
I know Jay's.
I'm curious what Jay's is. I figured this would be do you pick Suzume or do you pick The Boy and the Heron?
No, there's one Jay's been hyping up for a while.
Okay.
available
Can
on
I
High
pick
Dive.
can I pick Godzilla
-1?
-1?
That probably would be like a good movie of the year candidate. I don't think it'd beat out
The Boy and the
Oppenheimer or
Heron.
Barbie,
The Boy
but
and the Heron. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy and the Heron.
For me, I love The Tunnel to Summer, the exit of Goodbyes.
Oh, right. I
right.
forgot about that.
Yeah. It's on
Go
High
watch it on
Dive
High
right now
Dive.
if you want to check
Yeah.
it out.
It's on High Dive right now. Yeah.
But like I love the character interactions and the drama, just like it's very well written. And the art direction for like that otherworldly aspect to it was done so well.
No, I forgot about it. That would probably be on the list. The other one that I forgot about that I haven't seen is Psychopaths Providence.
I was wondering if you'd seen it or not. Is it on Crunchyroll yet? I don't know.
It is on
Crunchyroll. It dropped really recently.
Okay.
But I haven't had a chance to watch it.
I'm also trying to remember when Film Red came out. I don't actually remember if it was last year or this year. I really enjoyed Film Red. Film Red was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that'd be on the borderline too. And then just before we go into like the official weebies, do you guys have a game of the year?
Oh,
now,
man.
that's a tough one for me because, like, famously on the podcast, I don't play a lot of brand new games. Can I just say, like, with the games I played this year that would probably be? I don't even know if I played a game that came out this year. Oh, I did. No, my game of the year. Here we go. Officially, Mike's game of the year for 2023. Oh, Jay, what's the name of the fruit game?
Suika game?
Suika game. It's Suika game or whatever. That game's great.
Wow,
Yeah.
you're gonna get.
I think
roasted.
that's the only game I played that came out this year. So.
You're gonna get absolutely roasted.
No, that game's amazing. Honestly, though,
it is a lot of fun. I think that it's like if you're looking for like a narratively driven story, you're probably not gonna.
You're not downloading that thinking you're getting a thrilling masterpiece of storytelling, though.
Yeah,
like
But like it's a fun like Android time sync. If you know what I mean.
I wish it was on my phone because I would never put that thing down.
Yeah.
It's so fun and it's hard. It's hard. Jay, how many watermelons have you gotten in your days?
Oh man, I think
Probably
the most I've gotten is one.
Games. Oh, okay. Okay.
Wow.
I've only got one too. So yeah.
I've gotten 8.
Wow.
You're lying. You're a dirty little liar. I can see you're hiding your tongue because it's lying so dirtily.
Wow. I can't believe you got 8 whole watermelons that you put together and
and I shoved them all up my game of the year was okay. So I mean, let's address, Mike. How could you not say it's Honkai Star Rail?
Oh yeah, poop. Yeah, you're right. It's Star Rail.
But let's be real. Your guys' least favorite game. Well, if it was how many hours I put into a game, it's absurd.
I mean, at this point, it has to be just by like pure hours.
Yeah, but Farming Simulator. It's called Farming Simulator 22. So I definitely can't nominate
well, you
it.
could have just said it's 24. I'm sure they're the exact same game.
They don't release it yearly. That's the interesting thing about it. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's why
take notes, Madden.
Yeah, the modding community in it is insane. No, it's Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh,
obviously.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah. That came out this year? That's the thing.
Yeah.
It feels like it came out like 6 years ago already.
It came out like April, I think.
It's funny how much the community is kind of like 360'd on that game. Because like I see a lot of people saying that it's not as good as people say it is. Which like I kind of get it. Like I think a lot of people
I fell off pretty hard on it. I didn't even make it past the first beast.
Yeah.
Are there beasts in that game?
There's bosses.
There's dungeons.
Yeah.
Dungeons. Yeah. I don't know. Like I get why people Breath of the Wild was like the shot in the arm, right? Like it it changed Zelda. So it was more impactful. But I mean, it's just Breath of the Wild, but like it's Breath of the Wild plus.
Yeah.
Like in terms of,
you know what?
In terms of gameplay and like storytelling, I think it's better than Breath of the Wild. But Breath of the Wild was like the initial, like one couldn't have it without the other.
Yeah.
So
and
it's
then,
like,
I never even actually finished the first Breath of the Wild. So I think maybe I just didn't. It's not. Maybe Zelda is not my thing. I'm realizing here.
Yeah, I kind of
Yeah.
get that. And at the same time, like, and I'm speaking for me here, so maybe you might feel the same, but like, I'm not a big open world guy. Like, I
Mm.
kind of want some linearity to my Zelda games. Like,
It helps. It helps for sure.
yeah, like with Wind Waker, like you have like a set destination you need to go to. You can branch out, but
Mhm.
like, there is a linear story that you need to
Yeah.
follow and need to go.
Yeah.
It's also why I don't like Link to the Past, but it's a different thing.
I beg your
Wait,
pardon.
isn't a Link to the Past like pretty much linear?
It's pretty open. Like it's got some story stuff to it, but like the dungeons are kind of like you can tackle these however you want.
Oh, in like
Well-
whatever order.
Yeah.
I see.
Well,
I
ladies
enjoyed,
and
like, the
gentlemen,
remake they did of it.
make sure you let Jay know your thoughts on that comment. And I mean, on this week's edition of Mike and Jay Dump on Cole's nomination.
Did we do that last week too?
Do I not
I
get
don't
to
know.
say my game of the year?
You guys always,
Yeah.
you guys always say bad things about my stuff.
I think you're
supposed to be celebrating.
You're creating things where they don't exist, my friend.
Yeah.
Jalen,
Now,
what
enough with
is your
Cole's terrible take? Let's go to Jay's great take.
So my game of the year was a game that came out closer to the end of the year and kind of hit me with a surprise, but my game of the year was Mario Wonder. That game.
Yeah.
I after like all the new Super Mario Bros. Games that came out, I was kind of burnt out with 2D Mario. But man, did Nintendo find a way to like reinvigorate that love for 2D Mario.
You know, I hadn't until this game came out actually even thought about playing a 2D Mario for like the reasons you just listed.
Mm-hmm.
But Wonder, I almost bought it multiple times, honestly.
Yeah, it's so creative, so much fun. I love the art style. I love the level design and the game design. Like the badge system's really cool. The fact that like every level has a wonder seed that like completely changes the level in its own inventive way is so cool. Just a great game.
I feel like we should probably specify too. I don't think any of us played Baldur's Gate 3 or Marvel Spider-Man 2. Those are like the other big ones.
Yeah.
If Shazana were here, she'd say her game was probably Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
Did that come out this year?
Oh, I thought she'd
And
say
Hogwarts,
it was,
I think, came out
Hogwarts
this year
Legacy.
too. Yeah, or Hogwarts. She spent a lot of time in Hogwarts too.
Hogwarts too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Those games kind of like.
I think Hogwarts is a little overrated in my opinion.
It was fun, but like I haven't had a desire to like pick it up again.
Yeah.
You know?
I've seen I've seen everything in relation to Spider-Man 2. And like
I thought you were just going to say like I've seen everything because I would have believed you, Jay.
Yeah, I see all.
I've looked into the Matrix and seen it all.
Yeah.
No. I've seen like all the cutscenes and all the like little things regarding Spider-Man 2, and like it looks like how Cole described Tears of the Kingdom in relation to Breath of the Wild, in which like it's Spider-Man 1 plus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
it's sequel syndrome, I think.
Yeah,
like you can't go too off the wall with it, but that kind of it suffers as a result. But don't spoil anything for Spider-Man 2 because I still haven't
played it. Yeah,
I need
played
it, and I haven't spoiled it for myself actually. So
which is surprising.
If anyone spoils it for me,
I think I actually got a little spoiled on it, which is surprising that you.
In the game? You can't see him though.
I think Spider-Man's in the game too.
Yeah, I think there's 2 Spider-Man in the game. Spider-Man 2, 2 Spider-Man.
The first Spider-Man game for PlayStation there, though, it has like one of the best Spider-Man stories, period. I'm just going to throw it out.
It's great. It's really good. Yeah. And it's like the swinging and it's a great game.
Into the or Across the Spider-Verse too. Hey,
I still haven't seen it.
Great movie.
It is a really good movie.
Not as good as Into the Spider-Verse.
I'm really looking forward to Beyond.
Yes.
Yeah. To infinity and beyond. Now, gentlemen.
Is it that time?
It is that time. I just checked.
Oh, well, hold on. Let me straighten my collar on this collared shirt I'm wearing for the event.
Look at this weird, like, why would
What are you wearing, by the way?
Are we skipping the mailbag this week?
Why would they put 2 buttons? Yeah, we've got lots of nominees, so just have to skip the mailbag.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's 2 weeks in a row. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry to the listeners, but this is very busy.
I'm not sorry. We'll catch up. Don't worry.
Yeah. Don't
keep filling that mailbag, though. It'll stroke Cole's ego.
This is good ASMR content for you. Hope you enjoy this.
Yeah.
We're going to announce all the winners in whisper tones.
No, we're not.
No,
Okay,
that's terrible.
ladies and gentlemen, I now open the 2023.
Is there like a horn
weebies.
sound on our soundboard?
No, I don't have a
work?
horn sound or,
Okay.
or any specific sounds.
Just pretend there's one here.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
wee woo. It's time for the weebies. We'll open up with best song. Now, I should specify, of course, we have 12 nominees for each of these.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sitting here reading 12 nominees. So what we decided to do was we would present the top 4 in every category, or more if there's ties and stuff like that. And then we'll present the winner out of those 4. I'm not presenting them in any particular order. It was just based on when we nominated them, and then the winner will be announced after that. So the top 4 vote getters, as voted by you, the listener, for best song from 2023 are River from Vinland Saga Season 2. That was the OP for Vinland Saga Season 2.
Fantastic OP.
No. You do that
Save
after
it,
the
save
winner.
Okay.
So hold on.
I thought we were gonna clap for everyone. That's what I was thinking.
This episode will be 7 hours long.
It'd be as long as the actual Academy Awards.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got Idol. That's the Oshi no Ko OP. Of course, we all know it. Next up, we've got Where Our Blue Is, the Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 OP. Which OP was that? The first OP?
It was
or
the
second?
first one. Yeah. The first
OP.
one. Not
And then
specials.
to round off the top 4 vote getters, we have Kura Kura, the Spy Family Season 2 OP. I'll announce the winner because I'm first on my screen.
Okay.
And the winner for best song for 2023 is, to no one's surprise, Idol, the Oshi no Ko OP.
I figured it would be. It just makes sense, right?
Yeah.
It really does make sense. I think it kind of ran away with this one. Yeah, it got 24% of the vote, or 50% of the vote. I'm sorry.
I kind of was keeping tabs on this one as the votes were rolling in, and this one was tied between Where Our Blue Is and Idol for the longest time. And then towards the end, it kind of took off.
Kind of shot off. And
by the way, we got like a record. We got last year, I think we had like 12 votes. We had 48 votes this year, which is nuts. Thank you so much for voting on this.
Thank you to everyone for voting. And
I'm withholding my thanks until all of these awards are presented. Then
Cole's a spiteful boy.
Depending on how the winners on everything.
Speaking of spite, should we count these winners? Whoever nominated them gets a point in your end of the year spreadsheet, Cole?
I'll think about it. Again, depends on who wins.
What about the overall winner gets a point? Whoever has the most wins.
We'll have to do the math after.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
We'll do that.
So I don't remember who nominated all of them either. I just know I know I nominated Where Our Blue Is. That's all I know for sure.
I think Cole nominated Idol. No, Cole did Idol.
I might have done Idol, to be honest.
It's tough to remember 3 weeks ago. Never mind a year.
Now, Mike keeps talking about Where Our Blue Is. That was the second place. Second place one with 41%.
41%. Yeah.
Then third place was River, and fourth place was Kura Kura. Congratulations to Idol. Next up, we have Best Duo, as voted by you, the listeners. We have Thorfinn and Einar from Vinland Saga Season 2. Megumin and Union from Konosuba, An Explosion on This Wonderful World. Yes, I have the full names for everything. Fern and Stark from Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2.
You mean from frieren?
Correct.
Yes.
Did I put that in wrong in the doc, or is that just Cole's?
It could have been.
Who
me.
cares? Yeah.
Mao Mao and Jinshi from The Apothecary Diaries. Jay, it's your turn to make the announcement. Who won Best Duo?
All right. And the winner for Best Duo goes to Thorfinn and Einar from Vinland Saga.
Wow.
One that we famously did not even nominate. We added them in when we did. We had to add in winners for categories where we doubled up on nominations, because it was before we came up with our exclusivity rule, where we could, once someone nominates something, you can't go on to the next one. So Vinland Saga with the win there. Is there any other ones here that you guys want to talk about that you feel got shafted, or Interesting results.
Let me.
Because it was pretty close. Like Torfin and Einar, you got 40%, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then 29.2% for Megumin and Yun from Konosuba and Fern and Stark from Jujutsu Kaisen, my
Nice
favorite
tie.
characters in Jujutsu Kaisen. Yeah, I mean, no, I personally, I probably would have gone with Fern and Stark. I like that dynamic, but Thorfinn and Einar, yeah, I mean, no arguments for me.
Yeah, they were, when you think of like a duo, I always think of like the chemistry between them and like what did they accomplish that season. And I feel like when you look at this list of nominees, like they really kind of had the most moving story that revolved around the both of them, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I could see Mio and Kudo. I'm surprised they didn't get more pop here from My Happy Marriage.
They didn't even make the top 4.
I know. I'm surprised. That was probably romance of the year, I would say, if I had to nominate.
Yeah. And I mean, of course, Mao Mao and Jinshi, I like their dynamic as well.
Mm-hmm.
The whole,
They do have a good dynamic, yeah.
Yeah. Next up, we've got most
Yes.
underrated anime of the year. The top 4 were Trigun Stampede, My Love Story with Yamada-kun, The Ancient Mage's Bride Season 2, and Undead Unluck. Mike, it's your turn. Who is the singular winner of this award?
Yes, Cole threw it to me on this award, the most underrated of all awards. And this is our first tie, gentlemen.
Oh my goodness.
So technically, we have the top 3 here somewhere. Or I guess no, because one of these is going to get dropped down to 2. So the Trigun Stampede and Undead Unluck are tied with 22% of the vote each. This category was very even across the board. Like the difference between this and the ones that we didn't even mention is like 10%. So
I should also specify Trigun and Stampede, Undead Unluck both tied for first, and tied for second or third, I guess, are the other 2.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yamada-kun level 999 and Mage's Bride both got 17.8% of the vote there. So this is a contentious category.
This is a contentious category, and we're going to be even more contentious because there can be only one winner, gentlemen.
That's correct. Yeah.
So we have to decide between Trigun Stampede and Undead Unluck. Who will win the ultimate prize?
I think the issue with this, Jay, that you and I are going to experience here is Cole has not seen Undead Unluck. Not even 1 minute of it.
He's read the manga, I think, though.
I've skimmed the manga.
I have an argument for Undead Unluck that I think is a point in its favor, and that's that, at least over here in Canada, we didn't have it until the end of the year. So, like, a lot of people couldn't even watch it.
Yeah, but
true.
In Canada, that's true. But most people are in the States, I think, that would be voting on this, and they didn't have any issues watching it.
My argument is Trigun Stampede, people didn't give the light of day because it's CG, which, if you've listened to the podcast, you know my opinion on that. And I've seen stuff about Undead Unluck online. Like, I've seen Instagram posts about Undead Unluck. When Trigun Stampede was coming out, nobody was talking about it because it had that hate. And I'm surprised it actually got, like, it's tied for first right now.
I see the thing I feel, though, is like it's part of an existing property. So, like, it has that following, and I think it just fell off, whereas Undead Unluck is a completely new property.
So, let's bring in some data into this argument that we're having here, gentlemen. Gentle weebs. Trigun Stampede, rated on Mal, because it's the first thing that came up in my browser. 7.84. 62,000 people voted for it. Undead Unluck, 7.80, or not if you're from across the pond. Only 34,999 users voted for it.
Well,
that is my argument for why it's more underrated. I think Undead Unluck is more underrated because less people watched it. I mean, technically, people have led less time to watch it is part of that problem as well. But I think Trigun, even on our seasonal awards, because it was in a much less packed season, I think it got some flowers. I agree that it is underrated and it deserves to be tied for first place. But But I
In
think
the end.
Undead Unluck coming out in a packed season, I think it's more underrated.
Yeah.
Mike coming in with the raw data that convinced me to change my vote. Undead Unluck.
Here's my final argument for Undead Unluck, despite the fact that it's already winning.
Please continue. You know what? I love Undead Unluck now that I've been watching it. So let's keep praising. Let's give it some flowers.
I'm caught up on the manga, and I love what's currently going on in the manga. So the fact that it's the underrated category for Undead Unluck. I mean,
underrated.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
I think we have a winner.
Got a winner. We have a winner.
All
ding,
right,
ding, ding.
most underrated. Undead Unluck.
Contentious category though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not upset that they tied, and then second place goes to. So I guess it gets one vote from us three.
I do want to say, despite the fact that we agree that Undead Unluck is the most underrated, I don't think that means any of us are saying that the show is bad. Rather that it got more attention than Undead Unluck.
Oh, no. Like in the end,
Yes.
underrated means it was good. We think that it should have been more well received.
Yeah.
By being nominated, we're saying it's good.
Yeah, you guys both convinced me. Jay had a good argument with it being part of an original or part of an existing property, Trigun Stampede, and Mike coming in with the raw data. I mean, I can't argue with those.
Numbers speak. Yeah.
In the end, our vote is the final vote. It's our podcast. Start your own podcast.
Yeah.
Interestingly, not one nominee in this category did not receive a vote, which is this might be the only one that's true about.
That's a good.
Even Atelier Ryza got a vote.
Yeah. Even Ranga Crimson got a vote.
Ragna Crimson, yeah.
Ranga.
Ranga.
Listen, I'm gifted in other ways. Next up, we've got best moment from the year.
Ooh. These are some good moments.
These are some good moments. Like that time Cole has to step away from the mic. Put a little like thing underneath that says I moved away from the mic to breathe, like in Chocolate Rain.
That is a deep cut internet reference.
Okay, best moment.
There are people listening to this podcast that weren't alive when Chocolate Rain aired.
Well, look it up.
He followed me on Twitter for like a day.
What?
Fun fact.
No, what? That is.
You have to elaborate now.
No, I don't know. I just woke up one morning and it said Tay followed you. And it was like this was back when like verification was like actually an important thing. So I checked, and it was a verified account. So like it was him.
It's just like a trick to get people to follow you.
Yeah, absolutely, it was. But he still followed me for a day.
Did you follow him back?
No.
Didn't work.
Absolutely not. He's not worth my time.
You know what? That doesn't surprise me. Jay's very like.
I am Jay Gardian.
Yeah.
Okay. Best moment. That guy following Jay on Twitter.
Yeah, Tay's on day following Jay. And Jay shutting him down. That's the best moment of the year.
Akane in the Rain from Oshinoko.
Ooh, sad.
Demon Slayer Season 3 ending.
There's two Demon Slayer Season 3 things nominated.
Yes, but I think it was the ending specifically.
The ending specifically is the one, yeah.
You nominated the ending. I nominated that one, like the animation and that.
Yeah, specifically crazy. The stuff with Nezuko and all that.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Yeah. KYS. KYS. I can't.
From frieren.
From frieren Beyond Journey's End. Jay, we've got give it its accolades.
You mean Jujutsu Kaisen season 2?
Jujutsu Kaisen season 2.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
And Attack on Titan finale,
which you guys gave me some flack about for even putting in the running here.
Did we?
Because you were like, you can't nominate the whole episode as a moment, and I said, screw you, I'm gonna.
Oh well. Well, it's my turn, and the people side with Mike. Attack on Titan finale is the best moment of the year, and I agree. Mike, you come in with a lot of things. You tell me things about myself that I often forget about myself.
I got a good and a bad memory.
Yeah, so I was wrong, Mike. I agree with this take. The Attack on Titan finale was ultimately the moment of the season, I think. It was something, I think even Jay, you gotta admit, like, this was something that's been years in the making. And it finally, maybe perhaps mercifully for you, ended.
Yeah.
So what you're saying
anime's
is
a different
that
place now.
So what you're saying is that the Rise of Skywalker was the best moment of the year it came out.
Rise of what's
Or
that?
No. That's
What is that?
What do you? What?
What are you talking about? What is that?
What movie is that? I've never heard of it.
I've never heard of that movie.
Star Wars. The
No,
end
Star
of the
Wars.
Sky Wars, the Star Wars.
It was weird. They
saga.
made that
No,
seventh. They made
Star
a seventh
Wars-
movie and then just never anymore. It was weird.
Star Wars ended with Return of the Jedi. I don't know what you're talking about.
Weird.
I don't know.
But I remember when I nominated AOT finale as like a category here, I kind of specified that it's like not so much the actual episode itself, but more just like the moment of this anime that's been going for my entire anime watching career and longer, and like 10 years, and it's been my favorite anime pretty much the whole time, concluding.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's been a cool journey, and I'm here for it. I'm glad it won. Thank you for voting for my
Jay, do you regret watching
favorite.
Yes.
No, you don't. That's so cap.
No. I had a good time with my boys, but I mean, like, I didn't need to watch that show. I didn't watch that show. I was on my phone the entire time.
It almost had half the votes, 44.8% of the votes.
That's right.
Free
Second
Ren's
place was
Unalive Yourself.
going Unalive Yourself with 36.2. Next up we've got Best OST / score. Now this had a 3-way tie, so there's actually six nominees in this one, or 6 finalists. So Best OST: Heavenly Delusion, Oshinoko, Frieren Beyond Journey's End, The Apothecary Diaries, The Ancient Magus' Bride Season 2, and My Happy Marriage. Jalian, my friend, my green headphoned friend.
Sweet baby Jay.
Tell me who won Best OST / score.
And the best score of 2023 goes to Frieren Beyond Journey's End.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. And this
Deserving.
one did run away with it. It is deserving.
It just like absolutely demolished the vote.
53.2. Next closest was 27.7, which is
to Oshinoko.
To Oshinoko. That's surprising to me.
I think it's just maybe people said music.
Yeah.
Apothecary Diaries came in pretty decently with 14.9, and then the 3-way tie was between Heavenly Delusion, The Ancient Magus' Bride, and My Happy Marriage.
I think I put Heavenly Delusion as mine, one of my 2 votes for this one, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
I went Frieren for sure.
Yeah.
My backup would be The Ancient Magus' Bride. I mean, you guys know my opinion on The Ancient Magus' Bride.
My backup would have been Mushoku Tensei Season 2, but
okay. And you know what?
I mean,
definitely the fans of Mage's Bride came out, and Mushoku Tensei was justly nominated. I'd say honestly, all of these have a good case to be here. We have made good picks, guys.
We have good taste. We have impeccable taste.
Yeah.
Literally nothing's wrong with our taste. We are perfect and
we are
inarguably correct.
We're just correct.
Yeah.
Of course. Now, congratulations, of course. To
I don't remember
Frieren.
where are we breaking? I don't remember where your line is here.
Not this one. It'll be the next one.
Okay.
So, Best Direction. Best Direction.
This is a filmmakers award. This is a critique's choice.
This is the critics' choice. Oshinoko, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Pluto. Why did I put
Say it.
I've done myself dirty.
Drive the bus driver. Read the prompt. Tell him man.
Dig the ditch digger.
Frieren. How did I mix up Frieren and Jujutsu Kaisen again?
Did you have Jujutsu Kaisen written twice?
Yeah.
Yes.
They're basically the same show to you, Cole.
Frieren Beyond Journey's End is the 4th one. Now, moving on from listen, I love that we talked about how we're perfect and we make no mistakes, and then immediately Cole screws up. Mike, who won Best Direction?
Well, the winner for this one, with a staggering 41.3% of the vote, is probably one of my favorite anime of all time, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. Mexi, patron, says it's the greatest season of anime of all time.
That's a hot take. I mean,
tune into last week's episode for that one. But yes, 41.3 went to Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. 30.4 went to Pluto, criminally underrated, but justified that this got there. What's up next? We got Oshino Ko. Oh no, frieren, beyond Jujutsu Kaisen, came up with 17.4% of the vote, and Oshino Ko with 15.2. This is not a tight race. Jujutsu Kaisen kind of ran away with it, but
I mean, no,
all the other ones are about even, I would say.
Jujutsu Kaisen didn't have a majority vote, right?
Wait, which Jujutsu Kaisen, Cole?
Actual Jujutsu Kaisen. Not frieren. I mean, 41.3. It definitely had the most votes, obviously, but it wasn't. It was closer. It was closer.
Another one that all nominees got a vote in this one.
Yeah, even Bungo Stray Dogs season 4 got 1 vote from Jay.
And season 5 got 2 votes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Why was there 2 seasons of Bungo Stray Dog in 1 year?
Because I think not? Winter and fall.
I'm going to write a letter.
Yeah.
I'm going to write a letter to Bungo himself.
Mr.
You know
Bungo.
what?
Are you gonna Bungo to the polls?
Yeah.
Oh no, Jay, that was a good one.
That was actually pretty good, Jay. I don't like the.
You know what?
Flowers,
I think it was such a good pun that maybe we should call it here, and then we'll go to a break, and then we'll come back with we'll start moving into characters and
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, let's get into the character ones after the break, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it has nothing to do with the fact that I need to
hit
step
the
away.
old squatty potty. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think.
While we're on break, make sure that you change Jujutsu Kaisen to frieren when applicable.
Going forward.
I will not. I will not. I stand by my mistakes. I guess. I don't know. Yeah. Listen. Give me
break. Second halftime.
Baby.
Welcome back to the Anime Protagonist podcast. Welcome back to the Weebies. In fact, ladies and gentlemen.
We need a theme song for the Weebies. Maybe we should find a musician friend to contract out for that.
Maybe.
We'll get some like weird like prog jazz intro to it. Be the weirdest award show ever. But yes,
it
welcome
already
back to
is.
the Weebies.
Get Rick and Morty human music.
There you go,
boop,
yeah.
Boop, 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 boop.
There's our music.
Interdimensional cable music.
What the hell are you guys talking about?
Have you not seen that episode of Rick and Morty where these scammers try and capture Rick and Morty, and Jerry's in there for some reason, and so he's driving, and on the radio they play human music, which is just a bunch of boops.
Beeps and boops?
Just a bunch of beeps and boops. And he like actually falls for it, despite the fact that like it's clearly a scam.
That sounds about right for what's the dad's name again?
Jerry.
It sounds like Jerry.
Yeah, classic Jerry.
Classic Jerry move. Yeah. Oh, got a calculation here. Codybot says that it's time
that's the human
for
music.
The awards. Yeah.
It's time for the awards. Now we were talking. We were just talking about Rick and Morty. How would you describe the character design in Rick and Morty?
Very strange.
Actually great. Actually, I like Rick and Morty character designs.
Strange and great. Now next up on the Weebies. Welcome back to the Weebies. Character design.
Are you struggling, Cole? What's going on?
What an odd segue. Best character design. Again, we've got a 2-way tie here.
Yes.
So there's
but not for
5.
First.
There's 5. No. Okay. We actually don't have any ties for first anymore.
Just the one. Yeah.
Just the one that we had to decide. But there's five nominees in this one. We've got Trigun Stampede, Hell's Paradise, My Happy Marriage, Zom 100. What's the phone? Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And The Apothecary Diaries. Who's turn, was it?
Who did the last one?
Cole did.
So then it's
Jay,
Jay's
it's your
turn.
turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jay, who won Best Character Design?
And the winner for best character designs goes to Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Now, this one is contentious. I'm heated about this one because Trigun Stampede just made the list on this one.
Yeah, I think that like a lot of people who like the original Trigun aren't a big fan of the new designs for Stampede. And that probably influenced it.
Definitely. I think that's definitely what happened. But they took characters, beloved characters. Listen, I shouldn't be poo-pooing because Zom 100 won. Good for them. I'm going to let you finish, Zom 100. But Trigun Stampede had one of the best character designs of all time.
I'll tell you right now, Cole, that it did not get my vote. And I believe Zom 100 did.
See, here's my thing. And I mean, in the end, it doesn't matter. I'm just an old man shaking fist at cloud.
No, we should discuss the results.
Trigun Stampede was bold. They changed the character designs for these beloved characters into cool, modern character designs. Zom 100, my opinion, remains unchanged. They are just the manga characters animated.
So they did lots of cool stuff with the colors and stuff. They did more than just animate them, I would say. I if you're going by that argument, though, I could see Scott Pilgrim also enjoying a little more success here than it did. But
yeah, I think that's the other one I voted for after. I think I voted for that and Trigun.
Yeah, I think I was the one who voted for Magical Destroyers as well. They only got one vote, 2.1% of the there.
I'm here for that. I'm here for that vote because like
they're cool. They're cool character designs.
Cool
the show's
character designs.
It's also an original show.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
And I mean, everybody knows my love of Studio Orange, but good for Zom 100. I do like the character designs in Zom 100. I'm not saying that they're bad.
Did we break down the percentages? I don't remember.
43.8% for Zom 100, and then 27.1 for Apothecary Diaries coming in second. Very nice. Mau Mau is GOAT. Hell's Paradise with 25%, and then 14.6% for both My Happy Marriage and Trigun Stampede.
That Budweiser is sitting gassily in your belly.
It's gaseous.
Oh yeah, by the way, Cole, so speaking of errors that we've made as a podcast, do you have Best OP written twice?
No, I do not.
Okay, because Mike put in Best OP twice.
Mike put two.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that you didn't follow suit and do the same thing.
No, I noticed that. About? I wasn't going to call Mike out for his error, but now I am.
And this is the time, live on the air.
Yeah. I mean, we called Cole out on his error, so I mean...
No, that's so cool. I don't see what you're talking about here, though. I best character designs, best OP, best ED.
Huh, that's weird. Speaking of best OP, that's the next category. What a weird coincidence.
What a coinkydink.
Best OP. We have 4. The final 4 are My Hero Academia Season 6 Part 2. What a mouthful. My Hero Academia Season 6
OPs get weird because like you have to specify which one it is, but sometimes it's like it's just a deep cut, you know?
Yeah.
But people like it. People like it. I think this is the Emo Deku arc, right, Jay?
You
voted for this one.
Yeah, this is the Emo Deku arc.
Yeah. Next up, we've got Hell's Paradise.
Jigo Karaku.
Banging song.
After that, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 OP1. OP1. And then the final one was the Apothecary Diaries. Now, we should specify, of course, it's Apothecary Diaries, the one that aired last year, not the current OP, the first OP. The Apothecary Diaries. Is it Mike's turn?
It's my turn to announce the
winner.
And the winner for the best anime opening sequence, colloquially known as Anime OP of the year for the AniPro podcast, as voted by you, the listener, is Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 OP1, Where Our Blue Is, by Tatsuya Kitani.
Now this is cap.
Yeah.
Wrong. Incorrect.
little bit cap.
Won the AniSong of the season, and it's pretty. The hands get totally. There's a
It didn't win any song of the
interlinking.
season.
Oh no, Idol
Or not
did.
of the
But it was
year.
in second.
Yeah.
Sorry, I came in second.
Well, it won 52.2%. So Jay, you and I are in the minority.
You guys are incorrect, in other words. Yes.
I mean, no, we're not incorrect because we have established that we are incapable of being incorrect.
Exactly.
We are just in the minority.
Very rigid.
Yeah. Well, the answer there is everyone else is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Naturally, yes.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't even.
I don't think you've even heard this one, to be honest.
I don't even
because
think
I know
I've seen it.
I've seen it.
I wanted to add it to our AniSong playlist, but like the problem was that you guys hadn't heard it for the longest time. But anyway, it won, like 52% of the vote, majority. Second place, Hell's Paradise with 26.1% of the vote. Third place was a tie, My Hero Academia Season 6 Part 2, and Apothecary Diaries Part 1 with 17.4%.
I do want to say that Heavenly Delusion was absolutely robbed on this one. That OP is so good.
I mean, it only needed 2 more votes, and then it would have been in the third place tie there. But I agree, that OP was banging, and I think that honestly that might have been our underrated of the year, but I think it didn't get nominated for underrated.
Yeah, because I think people were talking about it at the time. Yeah,
and
then people kind of forgot about it. But Heavenly Delusion, y'all sleeping on that OP.
It'd be close to my anime of the year. It's for sure in my top 5, I would say.
Yeah.
For me, the OPs that I feel got underrepresented were Trigun Stampede. I think is a really good OP.
It was a good OP. Yep, I like the song. Definitely.
Yeah, I like the song more than I like the OP is probably my criticism of that one.
That's true. And then the other one, Undead Unluck. I really like that OP.
That show has great OPs and ED.
I prefer the one that got nominated over the new OP. Not just in terms of song, but like I feel like the direction is more interesting in the first one.
I agree.
They're both still good.
Yeah, Apothecary Diaries, of course, great OP. I mean, I've said it before. I'll say it again. Mao Mao slays in that OP.
That is true.
That OP bangs.
It is a good. It's pretty good too.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's not it's not as iconic as the first one, I think, but I like it. It's cool. It's got those weird like camera rotation things.
It's more normal.
It's more traditional.
It's less exciting to me, is what I would say. And I'd say that about pretty much all of the shows that continued into winter. I don't think the second OPs are better than the first for pretty well any of them.
I'd have to go back and take a look.
But you know what goes hand in hand with OPs?
What, Jay?
EDs.
Where there's an opening, there must be an ending. To your erectile function.
Erectile function. Now, the best erectile dysfunction. Again, we've got another 2-way tie. So there are 5 that made the final cut. We've got Konosuba, An Explosion on This Wonderful World, Oshinoko, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, ED1, Frieren, Beyond Journey's End, and okay, this one's mouthful. The 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You. Said them all, and I even emphasized the last really.
I'm glad, because it is all caps, that last
It is all caps on the last one, and I even added the.
That ain't no cap, I tell you that.
That ain't no cap.
But no cap on the winner.
No cap on the winner, and it's my turn to announce the winner.
It's bussin' for real.
For real, for real.
For real.
The winner for Best ED of 2023 is Oshinoko.
Yeah.
I think
this one got my vote because it's, when I look at like the list of EDs, a lot of them are just kind of like, you could basically summarize it as by like a catchy little jingle and like a fun animation. Whereas Oshinoko's ED had a great song and it kind of like did more with the ED. Like it could have been an OP.
Yeah.
All right.
It transcended an ED in my opinion.
I think so too.
You guys know my love of the Konosuba ED, right?
It is.
You guys know my love of that ED. It was so fun. It was so quirky. So good. Okay, hold on. Let me run through the numbers here, and then I'll get to what should have won.
People want the data from us. The data.
Oshinoko ran away with this one, 63%.
Sure,
I'm in the minority here, but I really don't understand why. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 ED1 was second place with 34.8% of the vote. I haven't seen it, so I don't really have many comments on it. Mike, is it a good ED?
Which one was that again? Sorry?
Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 ED.
Yeah, to specify that this ED1 is the one where it's like Gojo and Geto and stuff, and they're all like basically having a fun little summer vacation, I think is basically the gist of it. It kind of like Oshinoko, it kind of transcends an ED and could be an OP for a lot of shows. And that's
Listen,
probably why
no
it came in second place
Jujutsu
here.
Kaisen ED is ever going to match the first one.
No,
Ever. They're
that's
constantly
all,
in the shadow.
Like I said to you, I don't feel like there wasn't many all-timer OPs or EDs this year, and that first ED is an all-timer.
The next ED here is an all-timer, frieren with 26.1%. This is arguably, in my humble opinion, one of the best EDs of all time. The artistic direction of it, like how everything's made out of flowers and petals. The song, I like the song. I mean, I could see why some people don't. It's a bit more.
I think it's Jay was going to say
taste.
something, and I'll just quickly say I think it's good. It's just a little boring for me is the problem.
What?
It's just giving you my 2 cents there. That was one I went on my phone a lot for.
So
how?
I think that like it on a technical standpoint and an artistic standpoint, it's good. I think that like if you look at it objectively, it's a good ED. The thing for me is like, how much is it going to stand in the average person's mind as like the
proletariat,
ED?
The proletariat,
the dumb idiots named Mike,
the groveling masses,
the groveling masses, and like
the drooling Mikes of the world.
I don't think it has that iconic staying power with the average Joe.
Listen,
something like Oshinoko would.
I'm realizing I have a very strange taste in EDs because like my ED of the year, frieren this year. Last year it was Cyberpunk Edge Runners, and like you guys both of those, you guys were like, yeah, it's okay. And I'm like, I think they're so good.
I liked the frieren ED.
Yeah.
I'm mostly just talking about the data of raw numbers of people that could possibly enjoy it, and I don't think that like the average person that doesn't really look at the technical side of it would enjoy it.
Yeah, and bouncing off what Jay said, it just for me, I go based off of feel and like emotion, and like this one just kind of did not get my little Kokoro pounding. And
yeah, I mean that's
Cole. You're more of a man of like cold analysis.
Well, I was my argument. Like emotionally, this one strikes me.
Oh,
like it's very very impactful. Like the like. I don't know. Yeah, I
think it's more fitting of a frieren.
It's more
ED
artistic.
It gave me
the OP.
It gave me the goosebumps when I would watch it, and I think that maybe it just struck me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Konosuba, An Explosion on This Wonderful World, though that one I just love that ED. I love it.
Very similar.
I know
vibe
that one's
to the 100 Girlfriends one though, and there's a good reason. That's why they're both
love
tied
that
at
100 Girlfriends
10.9%.
ED, but like that's just me.
Yeah, I know.
Just a nice fun.
Those ones are just fun. That one's for me.
Yeah,
Cool. I'm gonna show you how to install something on your computer, and you're just gonna make your backgrounds on your screens the ED for that show. You'll thank me for it.
Well, thank you. I have a nice background.
Well, Mike, that is very supporting of you.
I got a new
I'm a
PC
supporting
this
character on this podcast. This year? You mean like 2 days ago?
2 days ago. But yeah. Anyway, enough about me. Supporting
He's
characters.
also got new lights. To comment on Cole's lighting situation.
Yeah. Don't I look cool? Don't I look like
so cool
CoffeeZilla?
I'm just gonna like change the color on your, because I always like color correct your videos. I'm gonna color correct you so you're just like brown. You look like DJ Pauly D.
What if I just do it myself?
Yeah.
Whoa.
You have that option in your light? Oh yeah, that's right. The light does have that option.
Yeah,
mine did too. My old one did.
Oh,
I have.
You have a new one now.
So many lights.
You know what? Honestly, like I was watching a video on like how to properly light yourself for like the internet and YouTube and stuff, and you need a lot of lights.
I have 3 lights.
Yeah,
I have 3 lights now.
Anyway, supporting character.
My lights support me.
I tried
best supporting character.
Jay did set it up perfectly, and then we took it and dribbled the golf ball.
We dribbled the hockey puck.
Yeah.
Best supporting character. We have four on this one. Best supporting character. You know who the real supporting character is?
The
Jay.
patrons. Oh.
And the patrons and the people who voted. I was going to say
listen.
Jay because
anyone who voted.
Because Jay tried to do something and we just.
We're idiots.
I'm not dumb.
Jay. Yeah, we're not.
You guys don't pick up on my subtleties, clearly.
No, we picked up on it.
We did, and then we just ruined it.
We just went off on our own direction.
It's like I passed you the ball, like we're playing basketball. I passed you the ball, and then you just like chucked it away from the court, as far away from the basket as you possibly could.
You like passed it to me. You did this perfect like sweet dish as me and Cole are like running towards the net. We're ready to do like a nice little like alley oop, and then we stop, and then start talking about our like how the weather is.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. We just
anyway.
Yes. Jay passed it to where we're going.
We're going to score. Yeah.
You don't pass it to where we are. You pass it to where we're going. Jay, perfect pass. We just stopped. So the ball just airballed.
Yeah.
And Mike and I are like, oh, what about
because we're the fools. Yeah.
Oh, you see them the lights?
Yeah. What are we doing?
Best supporting character.
And whose turn is it? Jay did ED, I think. Right?
Jay's turn. No,
Cole
I did.
ED.
Okay,
I did ED.
So,
it's Jay's turn, but I have to announce the supporting characters. So the top 4 supporting character vote getters were Misuzu Gundo. This one,
you both voted for her. You both nominated this person.
Tomo-chan is a girl. Listen, the character ones, you guys gotta give me a little bit of a pass. You know, me with Japanese names. Ai Hoshino from Oshinoko. Toji Fushiguro from Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, and Fern from Frieren Beyond Journey's End. That rounds out our top 4. Jay, who is the number 1 vote getter for this one?
And the winner for Best Supporting Character, with a whopping 40% of the vote, goes to Toji Fushiguro from Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2.
My guy.
Listen, this is ridiculous.
I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that people just look at, Jujutsu Kaisen vote.
Hey, what if it's really good? What if, guys? What if the show's really good?
And
it deserves
that can't be.
That's cap.
It's not possible that it's not actually possible. Good. No. It's probably not.
I can't believe I'm on a podcast with you two haters. I'm quitting. Jay, have you met do you want to? Yeah, I know you guys are very spiteful. Do you want to read the percentages, or do you want me to?
Sure, I can do it. In second place was Fern, which probably should have won. With
get that can of spite out of your lips and
with
just say the
percentages. 28.9% of the vote.
He's spilling that can of spite all over his keyboard.
You got Ai Hoshino with a 20% of the vote, also probably should have won. And then Mizusu Gundo should not have won with 22.2% of the vote.
That one's valid.
Jay, that's so rude. Mizuzu was like one of the highlights of that show.
Yeah, but it is an overrated show.
Looking at this list, it's kind of a weak category, I think, is probably. And it also had it's tied for the most abstains. So I think that's part of this as well. It only has 45 responses where we had 48 respondents total.
Yeah.
This is we should maybe specify this is going to be a category that did not
gets
make
mixed.
the cut.
See you later. Nice to know you. Best in luck in future endeavors, supporting characters.
Yeah. But yeah.
Speaking of categories that have been cut.
Toji Fujiguro.
Oh, I was gonna move on, but
I will say to Toji's credit, out of all these characters, there's really only 2 that I feel like took over like Tiki Talk and stuff. Actually, you know what? There's only 3. The top 3 of this took over Tiki Talk, other than this Gundo person. I don't remember seeing them ever. A lot of people are really trying to look like Toji Fushiguro. They're going to the gym. They're trying to look like him because the guy's a stud. That's what they're doing. The white sweats with the big black tight t-shirt. People like it. It's jacked. It's crazy, dude. Yeah. Fern people like as well. And Ai Hoshino people really like. So that checks out.
Yeah.
Well,
how about that segue, Jay?
Your segue Another segue, another alley-oop to us, and we have dropped the ball. Of course.
You know what didn't drop the ball?
What didn't drop the ball, Jay?
The main characters this year.
That's
wow,
very
what a
true.
segue. Man, Jay's full of segues today. Best main character. We have 4 here. We have Thorfinn from Vinland Saga Season 2. Akira Tendo from Zom 100, The Bucket List of the Dead, or just Bucket List of the Dead? I don't know.
Bucket List of the Dead.
I think it's just bucket list.
Next up, Mao Mao from The Apothecary Diaries. And the final best main character is frieren from frieren Beyond Journey's End. Mike, it is your turn to announce the best main character from 2023.
I am truly honored to announce the best main character. This is an illustrious category. There was a lot of good main characters this year. Say that about every award. There's a lot of good nominees, but this one especially. The winner with 42.6% of the vote, Thorfinn from Vinland Saga Season 2. And you know what? I like this. I like this as a winner. I feel like when I think of main characters and how I approach this throughout the year, it was always whose story was the best, like who had the most character development, who was most central to the show, and then who resonated most with you. And I feel like out of all these guys in this list here, I feel like, yeah, Thorfinn fits the main character aesthetic. In second place, we have a tie with Mao Mao and frieren. Of course, both great girls.
Both great girls. I do want to say frieren also had some great character development.
Yeah.
It's just kind of, it's not in the same way that Thorfinn's is. Like, it's not quite so drastic. Frieren's is a bit more subtle in her character development.
And she also only had 12 episodes of this season too, as well. Yeah.
And I mean, Mao Mao is Mao Mao. She's great.
But I feel like the problem with Apothecary Diaries is it kind of focuses on all the other characters a lot.
Yeah.
Which kind of takes away from her. Yeah. And then that third place, Akira Tendo from Zom 100, The Bucket List of the Jujutsu Kaisen. And what was the fourth one here?
That was it. Yeah.
Okay.
That was all 4.
Yep, there we go.
Yep.
That's it. That's all 4. Any standouts to you guys here?
I mean, my vote would have probably been frieren.
Okay. Yeah.
My vote probably would have been frieren. Thorfinn is really good. I just haven't watched Vinland Saga Season 2 yet, though.
Yeah,
I've only read the manga. So
get on it, boys. It's great.
I have read the manga.
The
Jay's
thing that
famous
kind
quote.
of surprises me, not because he didn't win, but because he didn't get any votes whatsoever, is Dazai.
That's surprising, actually.
Would
you say he had negated people's ability to vote for him?
Probably. But he needs to touch people to be able to negate their ability.
Maybe he did.
He needs to touch grass.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
What?
Some people who need to touch grass are not these people.
Where's he going with this?
They need to be protected.
Oh, he's moving on to the next category. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
That was organic and not forced.
We should take the segue card away from Jay, I think.
No. He's trying. Let him cook. Let him
cook.
cook.
Not everything's a master. You know what? Not everything's Michelin starred.
Look.
Yeah.
The good ones I come up with, you don't pick up on. The ones that are bad, at least grab your attention.
That's true. We're not talking over this one.
No.
You know what? Like who's that bowling guy? Who do you think you are? I am. Do you know what he said when he retired? Love me or hate me? You watched. It's true.
Yeah. We watched. Protecc Energy. So we've got a 3-way tie. So there are 5 protected people.
Please
protected individuals. We've got Sui from Campfire Cooking in Another World. Did I say that right? Is it Sui?
Sui?
Sui, yeah.
Okay. Ruby Hoshino from Oshinoko. Mio Saimori from My Happy Marriage. And Chizuru Mizuhara from Rent-A-Girlfriend Season 2. And sorry, there's one more. Imul from Shangri-La Frontier. Whose turn is it? It's my turn?
It's yours.
It's my turn. The winner for Protecc Energy for
the most Protecc Energy.
The most Protecc Energy for this year's Weebie Awards with 29.8% of the vote. It's a contentious category. Goes to Mio Saimori for My Happy Marriage. She needs to be protected at all costs. And I agree with this one.
I agree with this one too.
Agree with this one.
Yeah.
If you've
I haven't seen My Happy Marriage, but I was kind of low-key cheering for Chizuru. Not because I wanted her
for her too.
Not because I liked her, but because I thought it would be really funny if Must Protect went to the Rent-A-Girlfriend girl.
It almost did. She's only 6% behind. She's in second place.
She got second place, which
Yeah.
is I really don't understand this one, but I haven't watched Rent-A-Girlfriend, so what makes her protectable? I don't know. But apparently the people know, because she got 23.4% of the vote.
If you go back and listen to the seasonal awards for that season, she actually kind of has a lot of like sad moments in this season. So that's probably helped her case. Also, Cheezer is a good meme.
This was the movie arc, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay,
Sure.
Then yes. She definitely has a lot of Protecc energy in this season.
Yes. Peak Protecc energy, which is why she got second. Who's third and fourth, Cole?
Third, fourth, and fifth are tied. We've got Sui, Ruby Hoshino, and Emul. Emil?
Emil. I don't remember. I don't actually know what that one is.
14.9%. The rabbit
14.9%.
from the little bunny from
I don't know how they say the name
Shangri-La.
though. I think it's Emil, maybe.
Emul.
I don't remember. It's a weird one. We should anyway. Yes, they're all tied.
This is
They all
riveting.
have
Emil.
14.9.
Yeah, more contentious.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that spread between third place and first. 14.9 versus 29.8. I do
And
want to
there's
say
also a tie for the next lowest. Like all the other ones are all tied for the next part too. They all have 8.5. So it's contentious as heck.
good news. Fuko doesn't need protecting because she's going to protect herself. Am I right, Jay? No, he's okay. Cool.
No,
Thanks for paying attention.
There you go. There you go. There's that miscast.
That's what we in the biz call payback.
No, that's called Jay was looking at his phone. He's probably reading manga again.
No, I'm looking at the results.
Don't show them the results, Jay.
Stop. Everybody's pausing it.
It literally says nothing. I'm just looking at the names.
What if he just showed it? It's just like a picture of like Ryu Lion or whatever from Don Machi. It's like elves.
just like the like darkest hentai you've ever seen.
Whoa.
Speaking of hentai, you know what's in hentai? Boys.
That's the cold
Sometimes, sure.
Depends on what you watch, I guess.
Yeah.
Could be a whole lot of boys, could be none. Yeah.
And yes, Cole, Fuko does not need Protecc.
No, not anymore.
No, not anymore.
Okay, best boy. We've got 4 best boys. We've got Vosh the Stampede. That is from Trigun Stampede. We've got Rampo from Bungo Stray Dogs. Season 4, not Season 5, though. He didn't make the cut for Season 5.
No.
Actually, no, it's valid. That's a valid point.
Okay.
That's valid. Yeah.
This was just me riffing, but I guess I was right. Ijo Rentaro from the 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You. And Stark from Frieren Beyond Journeys. And best boy, Jay.
Okay, I have a pun lined up for after I announce the winner.
Good.
With 31.9% of the votes, we have Vosh the Stampede from Trigun Stampede.
Very good. Now I'm waiting for the pun.
Where's the pun?
Yeah. There's a stark contrast between first and second. As you can probably tell,
do a short laugh. That'd been a good use for the short laugh.
In second place, we got Stark and also Rampo with 19.1% of the vote.
He had a really good first arc of that season. So I'm speaking of Rampo. Stark probably deserved it more than him, though.
Can we just give some love to my boy Vosh?
Yeah,
who got this.
Yeah, he deserved this one.
He deserved this one.
Again, when I'm thinking of like who is the best boy, Rampo. Yeah, and I feel like in my mind.
Wait, we're not talking about Vosh.
Wait, who did I say?
You said Rampo.
I was thinking of Vosh. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. When I think of best boy, that's different than best male lead.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And yeah, Vosh is the embodiment of a good boy.
He's a good boy. He's sympathetic. And yeah, he's got some great action scenes. Studio Orange did a great job with him. Yeah. Vosh.
I don't know. Did you say the last two? I don't remember.
Who were the other two? I forget.
Just Ijo Rentaro was the last one.
Oh, Rentaro with 17% of the vote.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
This one was close, but it seems like Vosh was kind of the big winner, 31.9, and the next was 19.1, and then it was kind of a jumble. Kind of everything was all in that same second place.
A few ties in there, yeah.
Yeah. I do like that Yukichi got a few votes. The cat from Masterful Cat is Depressed. Got 3 votes. Man, great.
Yep.
Big cat.
Also,
Big cat loves cooking.
Yeah.
I'm surprised how few votes Jinshi from Apothecary Diaries actually got too, because I feel like people love them, and it's surprising to see them not get that much representation here.
Yeah.
But I would say weaker class of boys, though. I'd say for this year, weaker class of boys.
Weaker class of boys. Yeah, I'd probably say, but not a weak class for best girl.
No.
See that's how you do a segue, Jay.
Let's talk about best boy for a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gabimaru was kind of a weird choice too, but I stand by it. Yeah.
I kind of wish Miyamura got a little more love because he's a good boy. He's a really good boy.
It's just a weaker season of Hori.
I think that a lot of it also has to do with the fact that like the Horimiya itself wasn't as narratively driven as season 1.
It's kind of
whereas
mismatched.
Peace was kind of more just like filling in the gaps.
Yeah, but it had Hori, who's like a really good girl.
You know who else is a really good girl?
Me?
Yes, but also the nominees for best girl, which include
Mitsuri Chanroji. Is that her last name?
Mitsuri Kanroji.
That was just a typo from good old Cole. Demon Slayer season 3.
You put a J.
Yeah, that was just straight up a typo. Next up, we've got Kyoko Hori. There she is from Horimiya, The Missing Pieces. Mao Mao from The Apothecary Diaries, and Frieren from Frieren Beyond Journey's End. I believe this one is Mike?
Isn't it Fern?
Yes, it's Fern.
It's Fern. Yeah, he wrote
from
Fern, so I don't know.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
This
is what happens when we do things last minute, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Is my turn to announce this. I get the illustrious awards this year. I'm liking this.
You do. You did last year too. You announced
I don't remember last
the big
year
winner.
At all.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't think I do this year though. Do I?
I don't know. It's
I
fine.
do.
Announce
I do.
Announce best girl.
Anyway, with 43.5, massively outrunning the last place who had 0%. It is Mao Mao from the Apothecary Diaries. Deserving win. Yeah. So I think there's no one's up in arms about this win. I don't think there's people, maybe their best girl didn't win, but I think people can see the justification in this one. Second place, we have Hori from Horimiya Piece or The Missing Pieces with 28.3. Third place, we got Fern from Frieren, season 1, not season 2. Yeah, because it's not Jujutsu Kaisen. And with 3.9, and then just so close behind her with one less vote, Mitsuri Kanroji from Demon Slayer season 3, 21.7. And analyze this, boys.
I will analyze. I will also say that I'm Mie from The Girl I Like Forgotten Glasses, 0 votes.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think at the same time, I don't think a lot of people watch that show.
Yeah.
What?
Because this is in at some level like a popularity contest, right?
Yeah.
Oh no. I know. Like I could see why people would rather vote for other characters, but I like Mie. She was good. But I really like Mao Mao. She was my best girl of the year as well.
I'm just gonna shout out my girl Maple from Beaufry. Coming in tight there. She almost made the list. She's like almost a runner-up.
It is odd that you labeled her incorrectly when her name is Beaufry. But
Beaufry's nuts. Got him.
Oh, nice. Thanks, Jay. Very good girl.
Got him.
Unlike boys, though, yeah, girls was a contentious category. Like
Mhm.
the winners really won, and I think they deserve to win. But like looking at this list, I feel like there's a lot of good girls on this
Mhm.
list.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
also want to just shout out my girl Hori, great girl,
Mhm.
top tier girl. Was
Yeah.
kind of in the running with Mau Mau for a bit,
Mm-hmm.
but then
Yeah, it
Mau
was
Mau
pretty
just
neck
kind of
and
ran
neck for a
away.
while.
Yeah, Mau
Yeah.
Mau
Yeah.
just kind of ran away with it.
I think maybe Mau Mau had the recency bias on it. I like that's not taking away from Mau Mau. I do genuinely think she's the best girl. She's just a fun character. She's spunky and stuff, but she's also more recent.
Recency bias.
She's also more recent.
Yeah.
I think the other thing too that probably took Hori a couple points away from her is kind of what Jay was saying about Miyamura a little bit, is that this season was very, the name is Hori Mia Piece because it's basically a bunch of mix mash pieces jumbled together, and
Mhm.
Hori was not the center the whole time, so
Yeah.
that took some points out of her camp there. But people know Hori, so I could see why she got second.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Great girl.
Very, very good. Now we are into the last 3 awards, the big
Dun
ones.
dun dun.
And of course, I started off. So yeah, Mike does get, of course, anime of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Anime of
So
the
you
year.
get
Sorry.
going first.
It's making me emotional. So,
Yep.
best studio. We have 4 studios for this season.
Do you want to
This
list
year.
which shows they put out too?
I've got the list of shows that they put out. Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't you worry. Don't you worry your pretty little head, Mike. We've
I'm
got
worrying
Studio
this pretty
Orange.
little head.
We've
Mhm.
got Studio Orange with Trigun Stampede, Ufotable with Demon Slayer Season 3. Now, each of them only had one show this season, but very impactful,
Mhm.
obviously.
Very
They made the
good
Final
shows.
4.
That's the norm, right? Studios only put out like 1 or 2 shows a year, really.
Normally,
most
yeah. Very good. Next
Normally.
up, we've
Usually.
got Madhouse, who put out Frieren Beyond Journey's End, Yamada-kun Level
Just what?
999.
Yeah, My Love Story with Yamada-kun, level 999.
Thank
Yeah.
you. The
Go
Gene
watch
of
it. It's
AI.
great shoujo. Yep.
And Vampire
Don't go watch
Dies
that.
in No Time, Season 2. And then Mappa is the final one. Vinland Saga Season 2, Hell's Paradise, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Campfire Cooking in Another World, and the Attack on Titan finale. It's my turn, I think.
Mhm.
And to nobody's surprise, Mappa wins with 62.5% of the vote. Congratulations to Mappa. You are, working your guys to the absolute limit paid off
Yeah,
because you
yeah.
have won the weebie for
Hold
best
on, let me get
studio.
let me get the cheer real quick.
Sure. Oh no,
come on, Jay.
no.
Sorry,
Get this
wrong one.
kind of spite out your lips, boy.
No,
No. I'm joking, but it's a
They
funny
also
joke.
won worst studio for Jay as well, which is kind of funny.
I mean,
They
I explained.
when- yeah, it's valid. Like we said last week, it's valid.
Yeah.
But like, it's like when Aaron was nominated for antagonist and protagonist. It's kind of that kind of energy here. It's
Mhm.
kind of funny.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, this is not our biggest blowout.
No, it's not. Next up in terms of voting was Madhouse, of course, when you
Yeah.
release Frieren. Yeah, you've done good. Third place, Studio Orange. I love it when Studio Orange releases stuff, but they only released Trigun Stampede, and to round it out, Ufotable with Demon Slayer. 16.7% of the vote. I do just want to say that Mappa, of course, they released basically 5 bangers. Basically, like all of their shows, I haven't heard anybody say anything bad about. Madhouse, I mean, Gene of AI was kind of mid. Vampire Dies in No Time. What even is that?
I've actually heard kind of good things, to be honest with you. But
But of course, Frieren kind of takes over. So
Yeah.
for sure. And honestly, My Love Story with Yamada-kun is actually incredible too. I'd highly recommend it.
incredible.
I would go that far. Yep.
Wow.
It's good.
Wow.
It's
Yep.
good. The thing for me, and I'm gonna Cole's gonna appreciate this.
Yeah.
I keep seeing Studio Orange tweeting out like just them designing different things for Trigun Stampede, and like every little behind the scenes thing I see from Studio Orange just makes me appreciate them just a little more.
Mhm. You know what makes
man,
me not appreciate them? Oh, sorry. Go on, Jay. I'll tell you after.
No. I want to know what makes you not appreciate Studio
Yeah.
Orange.
Yeah.
Well, on my flight home today, I was catching up on the manga of Land of the Lustrous. And you know what I don't appreciate of Studio Orange?
That they haven't
That
done
they
a season
generally
2.
don't do season 2s unless it's B-stars.
They gotta do a season 2 of Land of the Lustrous. Mike, we gotta talk about Land of the Lustrous because
Yes, we really do, because I got to the big reveal, Cole. I got to the big reveal.
we'll talk about
One
this
of
off
them.
air.
Yes,
I want to know
yes.
which big reveal because, oh man, it's so...
I'm on volume 9.
That manga is so fucking good. And I'm so happy that it's coming back from hiatus.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait. I love it.
But I think, Jay, you said that Orange got third place, with 18.8% of the vote.
Yep, I did.
I think, yeah. Or Cole did. I don't know.
Yeah.
Memory, short-term memory loss here.
Yeah, I mean, Studio Orange and Ufotable, I mean, they're kind of all about quality over quantity. So, I mean, they only released one thing each, but they were both really good anime.
I keep forgetting Ufotable's doing a Genshin anime in the next year.
I know.
That's so hype.
That'll be...
I'm just looking forward to the other stuff they're doing. I think they're doing a Witch on the Holy Night anime, which is like the beginning of like that Fate universe that
they do.
They do what they do,
because
they do.
Everything that Type Moon does is all like set in the same universe.
Yeah, they're all loosely connected.
Yeah.
I think they're not in the exact same universe, but they're like parallel universes, I think.
We should have a whole episode of the
multiverse
podcast where like I'll explain Gundam to you guys, and then you guys can explain like the Fate universe to me. That'd be a fun episode.
Yeah, it'd be riveting content for people.
Riveting content.
I'm being serious. It'd be fun.
Yeah,
but I mean
we could workshop
if that movie leads into a Tsukihime remake movie,
I want to see a Tsukihime remake.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
I must address two things. Two things I see when I look at the results here, though. There's one vote for Studio Gohan's. Was that you, Cole?
No, I think I probably voted for Orange. But listen,
you got 2 votes though.
I don't remember. Maybe I did.
And Bind didn't get one as well, which I'm surprised. Jay's 2 probably anime of the year, from what I can tell, didn't get the votes. Majoku Tensei and Science Sword with Scott Pilgrim.
Let me just say, Gohan's. We're grading on a curve with them. And considering the stuff that they've put out in the past, they put out 2 pretty good shows in the same season. And I didn't need to throw up when I watched them.
Yeah.
Like, well done. Well done, Gohans. You deserve that 1 vote. You deserve 2.1% of the vote.
There's probably like an employee who listens to the pod because you're like their biggest fan. It's like, finally some recognition.
Finally some recognition.
Yeah.
Listen, Jeff Thu has dunked on you guys for long enough. Here I am. AniPro Cole. Big thumbs up for Gohans. Keep going.
If you are a fan of the podcast and you work at GoHands, come on, we love to talk to you about what goes
Get in
on over
contact
there
with me. We'll talk about that crazy director who works there at GoHands.
Hey, I could you imagine? Like, okay, you probably hear like great stories of people that work at like good studios. Imagine the stories that people would tell working at GoHands.
You know what, GoHands. They don't release a lot of stuff. I bet working at GoHands is probably great.
The amount.
Oh, probably.
How much of the lovely green stuff do you think those people partake in?
0, because it's
0.
Japan.
It's in Japan. Yeah.
True. That's true.
The big studios like Mappa and Madhouse, those ones are probably the ones where you'll interview them and they'll like fall asleep midway through the interview.
Yeah.
The people at Orange, Ufotable, GoHands, they're loving life, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They're releasing like 1-2 anime a year.
I do want to give a shout out to a studio
that
didn't get nominated.
Yeah.
That's Studio KyoAni, based on stuff that has recently come out in the news. I just want to give a quick shout out to them. Hope everyone there is doing okay. Looking forward to Sound Euphonium season 3.
Can't wait. I literally cannot wait until Sound Euphonium season 3. But they didn't release anything this year.
Anything this year?
Not really. Just mostly based on like
I think
real
they did
world stuff.
No, I understand what you're going for. I just
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, on that note, let's. Mike, did you have anything last to say before we move on to best
No.
animation? No. Okay.
Yeah.
Best animation, the penultimate award of the year. We've got 4 wonderful anime with that have been made the final 4. Man, sorry, I don't know what's
Are
going
you
on.
okay?
Yeah.
Trigun Stampede, Demon Slayer Season 3, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, and Frieren Beyond Journey's End all made the final 4 for Best Animation. Jay, who wins Best Animation this year?
Well, the winner for best animation, I don't think would come as a surprise to that many people, because at the end of the day, I think it is a popularity contest. And with 55.3% of the vote, come on, it goes to Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2.
Yeah.
Because it looks incredible.
You know what else looks incredible? Frieren.
You know what else looks incredible?
Yes.
Demon Slayer. Trigun.
True.
How did these results shake out here, Jay? Because these are pretty clearly the ones that were people thought were animated well. They're highly voted.
Yeah. I mean, second place was Demon Slayer Season 3 with a 40.4% of the vote. Then you got Frieren with 21.3 and Trigun Stampede with 19.1.
I'm realizing now that technically when we say it has 40% of the vote, we're saying that 40% of people voted for it. Or yeah, I think so. Because technically if you total up our top 3, we have 120%, 115% of the vote.
No one's doing the math, Mike. We could have just let that one slide.
But people could vote for 2. That's why the numbers get wonky a little bit.
Yeah. I do want to say that just missing out Heavenly Delusion. That had some underrated animation.
I'm pretty sure I voted for that one because I really loved the animation on that one.
Me too.
Yeah,
me too.
I think the one Scott Pilgrim vote was me.
I mean, yeah.
It was also like really well animated.
I really gotta watch Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 because like it must be incredible.
It must change lives.
For the it's the animation and stuff. It's probably one of the best animated seasons of anime, I would argue.
Yeah, and I mean, like Demon Slayer is always really good. They've always got that one like scene where it's just like, what are they doing there?
What's going on? Yeah,
what are they putting in the water?
Whose soul did they sell? But maybe it's the overall quality. Demon Slayer looks great, but maybe overall Jujutsu Kaisen is better.
I think I'm thinking I'm the only guy who's watched both of these. I bet you there's 2 things that are at play here. Is that it was kind of a down arc for action, because this kind of translates to best action in a way.
Kind of,
as long as because action with good animation just is going to win this, right?
Yeah.
And there wasn't that much action in this season of Demon Slayer until like the last little bit there. And the other thing is that I feel like when I at least looked at this, I don't know if I voted for Demon Slayer. I think I can't remember what my second vote was, but you kind of don't want to give it to Ufotable because they're just like kind of the shoe-in favorites for whenever you're talking about animation. And I'm sure that played a role as well.
Well,
and the recency bias.
I don't want to like dunk on Jujutsu Kaisen because like these are our listeners who are voting for it. Yeah. So it's obviously popular among our listeners. I am also happy Trigun Stampede made the final 4. Finally, we can move past CGI anime can and does look great when Studio Orange does it.
Thank you for putting that caveat, because I watched that Kami Arabi and we talked about it last week, and when done wrong, it still looks real bad.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, bad animation
Studio Orange
bad
just
animation.
kind of solved it.
But I think at this point we can officially say, Cole, like we can put to rest the CG hate train that people are on.
I don't think we can.
It's always going to be out there, but it's not. I think it's not as commonplace. Like I think if you had asked someone 5 years ago, what do you think of CG anime? The average person would say it's horrible. Nowadays, I think they would say maybe not my favorite, but it can be done well.
Yeah. Or a lot of people will say it's really bad unless Studio Orange does it. Yeah. And Frieren, of course.
But you know what Studio Orange also did? One of the anime nominated for Anime of the Year.
I was going to say Land of the Lustrous Season 2, hopefully soon.
So
reboot.
Cole, I'm Mike. I'm gonna call an audible here and pitch something
Read all
for the two of
read
you.
all of them, or okay,
No.
go ahead.
So Cole, I want you to read the nominees,
Mm.
and then I want us to look at the list that we have here, and before we announce the winner, talk maybe say who we would have picked.
Yeah, let's just
What we would have
discuss the
picked for Anime of the Year.
nominees. Yeah, I think that's a good move.
Do you want me to list all of the nominees then? There are
Why
20.
not? Why not? We got time.
There are what,
Oh,
24?
that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, I think just
can
like
do it real quick if you
list
want.
like maybe the top 5.
Well, it's the issue isn't me reading 24.
Yeah.
I can read
Yeah.
24.
Yeah, I don't want to
It's
PS5
talking.
prices it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
that's
got
true.
I've got
Okay.
6. I picked
Okay.
6
Okay,
out.
six,
So
okay,
we'll,
six
okay.
top ones.
we'll discuss the 6. Okay, so first up, Oshinoko. I haven't watched Oshinoko yet, so
What did you
this
even
one.
watch this year?
Well, this one, this is the big haterade,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you guys are.
Mhm.
I just won the championship, and you guys are pouring the haterade cooler on me, and it is cold. And you guys talk about Oshinoko now.
Oshinoko, I think a lot of what people loved about Oshinoko was the first episode.
Mhm.
And I think like a lot of the excitement about the show didn't like go away, but I think it died down a lot after episode 1 because it just didn't live up to that same level of quality. Because like they went in for that first episode.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'd agree that it didn't have the same level of quality, but I think maybe the story goes in a way that's maybe not what you're expecting, kind of like Vinland Saga season 2, sort of, where like
Yeah.
it starts off one way and gives this really strong impression, and then like the rest of the season you can kind of get lost in the sauce a little bit. I will say though, I'm surprised Oshinoko. I think it might just not. It got snubbed because there was so much else that looked good that season. But I thought it was one of the best animated shows of the year as well.
Yes,
Shout out
absolutely.
to Studio. I think it's Doga
Doga
Kobo
Kobo?
for that.
Yeah.
Underrated studio. I'm learning.
I think like the thing that I'm amazed by is like Doga Kobo is not really that prominent of a studio, and they were able to make something this great looking. Like
Mm-hmm.
and I think that that's a testament to show like it's not the name of the company that makes good anime, but the people behind it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
And they
and their
they deserve
budget
some
and
love
the
too.
staff. Yeah, all of
Yeah,
it.
but like I mean, yeah.
Next up, we've got Jujutsu Kaisen season 2. Another one I have not seen, but I know Mike has.
Yes, and I talk about it all the time. I know you guys like to dunk on my favorite thing because that's just what happens. Mike likes something, it's popular, people dunk on it. That's the cycle. Repeat, rinse, repeat.
Mhm.
But this one, I'm genuinely telling you guys, does it deserve to be best anime season of all the time, as we talked about last week? Probably not. Probably not. Does it deserve to be mentioned in the best anime seasons of all time? I could see an argument. Best animated season of all time, I could definitely see an argument for that. And I think that just the nature of this, where they really they put their whole map into this thing. Oh, I just realized it doesn't work because it still has the word, but mabusi into this one.
Cole,
They
you're gonna
put
have a
their whole
hard time
mabusi.
figuring out
Yeah.
what the cold open is.
I don't know that one, and censoring that. What do I do with
Yeah,
that?
I don't know. I think you just censor the PU on the first one.
Yeah.
But anyway,
PU.
they basically said, we know we can put a ton of effort and money and stuff into this. And then there's obviously the controversies with Studio Mappa where like they wanted it. Some of the episodes would come out, and the whole time this show was running, people would be like, "Oh, this is going to be awful." Like the animator said this episode was like the worst thing ever, and then it would come out, and I'd still be blown away watching it. So I really think this one is a strong contender to win Anime of the Year, and I'm glad it made it to the end here for sure.
Mm-hmm. Next up, one that we've all actually watched. We've all actually watched this one.
Mhm.
Frieren Beyond Journey's End.
Mhm.
Absolutely great, beautiful anime.
Mhm.
Well written, well acted, great animation. Yeah. All around, it's an all arounder, I'd say. Very good in all qualities.
Yeah.
I think
I mean,
thing with
there's a
Free Rent is that
reason.
the highs are maybe not as high as the other shows that we've mentioned here. Like it doesn't have that one distinct like this is the moment, which is ironic because one of the moments from this show is in our moments of the year.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe it doesn't have as many moments as these other shows.
It's not as action heavy as the other
And it's
shows.
not as flashy.
Yeah,
I
think-
would
I
say
think
it's got great moments. I mean,
Yeah.
Frieren crying at Himel's funeral,
Mm-hmm.
the KYS moment, that moment where Frieren just like jumps into action to save that cart. It's got great, really good moments.
And it's got good moments coming up too. I'm
Mhm.
reading.
It's
the
just
manga.
not
Yeah.
action heavy. Like there's not big
Yeah.
battles.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
I think that this show is a lot more melancholy than say Jujutsu Kaisen or Demon Slayer, something like that, where like
Mm-hmm.
it focuses more on the characters and the emotions that the characters have
Mhm.
versus like getting from fight to fight and showing the fights and how good the fights are. Cause like I don't know, I don't really hear people look at Frieren and say like, oh, the fights are so good in this show. It's more
They are though.
like they are.
They are. Yeah.
Yeah.
They are good. They're just not. They're not as common, and they're
No.
quick usually.
Yeah, it's much more people like the characters, people like
Yeah.
the interactions and the character developments within it.
Mm-hmm. Mike, do you have any final thoughts on Frieren before we move on?
No, I think maybe I would clarify that when I say best, it doesn't have as many moments. Like when I think of what I was kind of trying to say is that maybe it doesn't have as many moments that you're seeing like the highlights posted on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like
No,
it's not as bombastic.
Yeah.
It's not as
Yeah.
flashy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
No,
probably why I could see this one not taking the cake.
Yeah,
even
and
though
I
it's
think
fantastic.
like in
But
an
it could.
environment
It could.
in an environment where TikTok brain is super prominent, I think the flashy show is probably the one people are going to be looking for. If I were to guess.
Jay shaking his fist at the
Mhm.
clouds.
Yeah, that is true. I do like to do that.
The TikTok brain. Next up, we've got Pluto. Now, I will say I started Pluto, but I haven't finished Pluto, so I don't know if that really.
Yeah. I think I'm the only one that actually finished it, and kind of like I was saying before about Jujutsu Kaisen, this, but I don't know why I even said that actually. This show kind of didn't get a lot of hype because it's asking a lot for people to watch 8 1-hour OVAs,
Yeah.
and
I think-
it's on Netflix, which not everyone has anymore.
Mhm.
And what were you gonna say, Jay?
I was just gonna say, like, I think at the same time, like it was dropped on Netflix, which a lot of the time kills a lot of hype, and all the episodes were dropped at once. So like once you watched all 8 of those episodes, it's kind of done.
Yeah.
Whereas something like Frieren, when it came out, or like every week, people go like, "Oh, it's Frieren Friday," or like every week when Jujutsu Kaisen came out, people were like, "Oh, new Jujutsu Kaisen."
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's
didn't-
just
didn't-
it's unfortunate that it had that kind of weird release.
But like I know you guys don't appreciate the full drop, the money drops that they do like this, where they just put the whole thing out. But it's nice and it's not nice in ways.
Yeah.
But I think for a show like this with 1-hour episodes is kind of the way to do it, because 1 hour a week would be tough.
I mean, I don't poo-poo it. I just think
Yeah.
that it loses its
It loses steam for
relevancy.
sure.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too.
But we've poo-pooed this one a little bit, so I'll pump it back up a bit.
Mhm.
It's
Yes,
animated
please.
fantastically. It's directed amazingly. The studio that did this, I've since learned that it's just basically like a spin-off of Mappa.
Yeah.
Adds up. It kind of looks Mappa-y, so that checks out. Studio M2.
Well, it's the
It'll
guy that left Mappa to make this.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
he
he's
didn't.
kind of a
What did he leave Mappa to make Mappa? What studio was
He
it?
left Madhouse.
Okay, so he left Madhouse because he didn't like the working environment to
Mhm.
start Mappa.
Mhm.
And then he left Mappa because he didn't like the working environment to start a new
It's a
studio.
never-ending cycle, Cole.
So now we know M2 is going to be the next studio that has an outrageous work ethic. There.
and also, like every one of their
At what point
shows
do
is
you
just
just,
going to be
like-
like, oh,
yeah.
It's going
What
to be
point do you think you
incredible.
wake up and look in the mirror and you're like, am I the problem?
Is it me? Are we the baddies?
Yeah. But Pluto, honestly fantastic. I'm sure if you're listening to this, the odds of you watching it are fairly low. It absolutely 100% probably deserves, in my opinion, to win this, but it won't. I just know in my heart it won't, just because it's not as popular as the other
Well,
ones.
hold on. I mean, it made the final 6, so obviously people
Yeah.
did watch it.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
But I think anyone who watched it will vote for it, but I think a lot of people didn't watch it is the problem.
Next up is The Apothecary Diaries, another one that we all watched. The Apothecary Diaries. Another terrific show. I am in love with this show. It's very, very good. I love the characters, especially Mao Mao. She's deservedly won Best Girl.
The side characters in this show are and to me where it really shines. Like it really, every character, maybe you don't remember their names, but like every interaction that Mao Mao has with every character is just perfect. And
I mean, it's great, like little mysteries, you know, like the most recent one that I watched, there was like a fire in a storehouse and everything's there for you to figure out why something happened. But it, like, you can figure it out along with the characters. And it's great.
Those are the best mysteries, right? Like, I think like there are some mysteries out there that like just kind of left turn for the sake of left turning because they don't want you to figure it out, but that sucks.
Yeah.
That's sometimes how it is IRL too, though. Sometimes you don't have all the pieces, right? And then you put that one piece in and all the stuff comes together. But yes, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, but in real life, all the pieces are there. It's just maybe you're
missing one.
You're not privy to them. Right.
Yeah, you're not privy to everything. And I mean, you're not privy to everything in Apothecary Diaries.
Yeah. Apothecary Diaries, well deserving of this category, though, I would agree.
Well deserving of being in the final 6. I love Apothecary Diaries. Just great mystery. It reminds me a lot of House. I think we've talked about that. Kind of single episode things. Very good.
I appreciate that it has, because I tend to fall off when it's just like pure super episodic. But I appreciate this one does have like an overarching plot thread.
It does have some narrative narrative driving force within it.
And the final nominee, or the final finalist
as voted by you.
Vinland Saga Season 2. Now, again, I haven't had an opportunity to watch Vinland Saga Season 2. I have read the manga, so I know what happens in it. I know that this is Farmland Saga. Mike, you've watched it though, right? How did they do? How did they do?
Yes, they did it justice. It's I'm surprised it got here, because as we were saying when this was about to come out, like a lot of people were probably going to be turned off by the turn to Farmland Saga, but this is really where the story kind of takes off and becomes what it is it's all about Thorfinn kind of like dealing with his past and what he's done and reckoning with the person he truly is with the person he used to be. And it's just like a deep moving, this is the Oscar bait amongst these, probably, where it's like it's about a guy dealing with his past ghosts, and it's really good. Mappa, again, animated great, scores great OP. There's a formula here for anime of the year, I'd say.
I think where this is going to fall short is kind of similar to what we were saying about frieren, where like I think a lot of people were disappointed with season 2 because it wasn't the big action-packed romp that season 1 was, and that might affect the vote.
I suspect that enough people had probably heard going into it, though, that it was going to be a different tone. At least I would hope, because it was pretty prominently put out there, I would say.
Yeah,
the other thing is recency bias.
I didn't hear a bunch of like, "Oh, this season sucks. I wasn't expecting
going to murk that guy."
Yeah.
Thankfully,
I didn't hear a lot of that, because I don't think that that's fair. Like, people don't realize that first season of Vinland Saga, that's the prelogue.
The prologue.
The prologue.
No, I'm not saying that like it's they're right to think that. It's more just like I think that it just might have been a letdown.
Yeah.
No, for sure. There's some people that it definitely describes.
Yeah.
I think it got out there enough, though. I would say.
All right. That's enough babbling from these 3 wonderful people. Mike, I would like you, for the second year in a row, to announce the winner of the AniPro Weebies Anime of the Year. Blah, blah, blah. Without further ado, I am going to cry now.
Okay. And for this one, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to go in reverse order. Cole said without further ado, so here's the further ado.
Here's the further ado.
All right.
Here's another instance of Cole just like lobbying the ball to Mike, being like, okay, here you go, perfect slam dunk. Mike caught the ball and then just stood there, looked at the ball, and said, you know what?
I'm going to eat this ball.
I put it in my mouth. Yeah, I put it in my mouth.
I'm going to put it in my mouth.
Looked tasty. Looked like a tangerine. In fourth place, the fourth best anime of the year, as voted by you. And thank you to everyone who voted. You guys make this show what it is, and without you, we are nothing.
I joke about not liking shows, but like it says a lot when a lot of people vote for certain shows, and like that's great, and we're very appreciative of.
It says a lot that we got 48 responses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I want to say thanks because people. We'll get to this actually after we announce the winners.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But thank you for voting. In fourth place, we have Studio M2's Pluto with 27.1% of the vote.
Mm-hmm.
In third place, we have Studio Mappa's Vinland Saga Season 2 with 31.3% of the vote.
Mm-hmm.
In second place, we have Studio Doga Kobo's Oshino Ko and Studio Madhouse's frieren.
Beyond Journey's
Which can only leave Beyond Journey's End, which can only leave one show to be the best anime of the year.
And that show is the one that Mike didn't mention.
And what show is that, Jay?
March Comes in Like a Lion Season 3.
Okay. No, the best show of the year is Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2.
I'm sorry, Cole, I tried.
47.9% of the vote, which I mean, it goes to show like it's pretty compact. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, anime of the season, anime of the year. Deservedly so, I am sure. I haven't watched it. But
I'm sure it looks great.
What I was going to say before I announce them is thank you for listening to the podcast and voting on this, even though you clearly love Jujutsu Kaisen like me and just have to like listen to Cole and Jay dunk on one of your favorite anime week after week. And also Attack on Titan, the favorite moment. You guys dunk on this stuff so much.
What do you mean dunk on it? I love Attack on Titan.
Cole
I dunk on it. I dunk on it.
Jay,
but the beauty of our podcast, like we always say, is we have contrasting opinions. And
and I mean,
thank you to listeners for putting up with our shenanigans.
Yes.
You're beautiful people.
You are beautiful people. It is overwhelming at times that we get as much interaction as we do.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Love is a strong word because I don't know if we get a lot of love.
No, we get nice comments a lot, and you know what? Every nice comment we get truly like brightens our day too.
But it feels Cole.
It's a great feeling for sure. And yes, I will post all once this episode goes up. If you go to the Discord and the documents channel, I'll post the results in there, and you can analyze in the data if you like data like me. And anything else we need to cover here, Cole, other than maybe our reviews coming up?
So we've got a listener's choice review coming up, and the potential listener's choice. Okay, there they are. So the Discord is going to be happy because we're getting like a huge campaign for people to vote for Link Click. That's one of the listener's choice nominees. Violet Evergarden is another one, and Sound Euphonium, the first season. We've got have we reviewed Gate yet? No, we haven't.
No. Gate's coming up.
Gate's coming
our
up.
Next review.
We're going to be reviewing Gate
after this, or a couple weeks after this. I'm not sure.
Yeah. And a manga review's coming up as well. Go Loser Ranger.
Right.
So yeah, we've got some stuff coming up. We're going to be getting back into the normal swing of things. And again, we're kind of overwhelming people with maybe the thanks, but thank you all for voting.
Yeah, thanks for listening to this episode, and hope you all enjoy just an amazing 2024 with AniPro.
Yeah,
thanks for making 2023 special for us, and we hope 2024 is even more special as well.
Yeah.
Both to everyone who listened, to anyone who met us at in person and in local events, to voting for various things, whether it be the weebies or listeners' choice stuff. We appreciate all of it, and we couldn't have done any of this without you. So thank you so much.
And don't forget, I am the progenitor of this podcast.
Or do you
and
forget it?
I'm still waiting on that meat bun from Kratos.
That's right.
But yeah, that's it for this week. Enough gushing. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Anime Protagonist Podcast. You can follow us on social media at AniProPod. Leave a like, review, subscribe, give us a 5-star review, and tell a friend about us. We want even more votes next year. Website has everything. AniProPod.com. Come to our Discord as well. We've got watch parties, games, chats, all kinds of fun stuff over there. It's where you can interact with us the most as well.
Mm-hmm.
We're on there all the time. Well, those two are on there all the time. I see things, but I often forget to reply.
That's the thing is if you message the Discord, Cole will see your message.
I will
You will
see
just
it.
never know.
He'll see it.
You will never know.
Sometimes I reply.
Yeah.
And sometimes
Cole just like comes into these
He's a
recording
lurker in
chats and
his
goes
heart.
like, "Did you see what that person said in the Discord?" And we'll be like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
Cole, why didn't you respond?"
Be like, I love it. It's great. It's fantastic. But he's shy. He's a shy
I'm scared.
little boy.
I'm scared.
Yeah.
If you really like us and you want to support us, you can support us on Patreon. You get an early episode, you get bonus episode, you get an extra vote on stuff, special chats, priority mailbags when we do mailbags. And you also get your name listed by me every week. Mr. Family Guy 36, Elijah Wood, Brain Dead B-Dog, Super Mexi, Peach, Frama, Kratos, Just Juzz, and new Patreon,
New
Wee
patron.
Woo, Mog. Thank you all so much. You help make this podcast tolerable.
I thought you were gonna say taller. I was like, "What?"
and
You make us
taller.
taller. Yeah.
And taller.
You make this podcast taller.
You know what?
I think
You
in a
do make
minute-
this podcast taller. I've got a nice new mount for my monitors. I can sit up higher. I don't know if anybody noticed that. So yes, you do make this podcast taller. Thank you all so much. Yeah. Take us away, Jay?
Me?
Sure.
Him?
Me?
This guy.
Well, there's only one thing left to do. And as we say at the end of every episode of the Anime Protagonist Podcast, bye-bye.
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 Where's the bye-bye button?
I got it.
Give me the bye-bye button.
Bye bye.